The facial yoga is a method of natural exercising for the face muscles, cranium, and neck that strengthens the facial muscles and smooths the skin, combating and preventing wrinkles, firms the tissue, and eliminates facial and cranial tension. As in all physical activity, in order to obtain the best result, constancy is important. We sit in a comfortable position with the back straight, the face looking forward, and relaxing all the muscles that we are not using in the exercise. We can also practice lying down. If our objective is to firm up the skin, reduce wrinkles, and tone the skin, then it is necessary to practice daily. As in all physical exercise, the results are not produced immediately. The muscular strengthening is produced gradually. Depending on one's personal conditions at the start, we will begin to perceive noticeable results after 2 or 3 months of practice. We can practice our yoga facial session in the order that is explained below, or else in stages throughout the day. If we decide to spread out the exercise, we do it in blocks. That is, if we exercise the upper eyelids, we will do all the exercises corresponding to that section. If what we want is an intensified toning, we can do 2 sessions a day, but not one after the other, in order not to tire the muscles. It is important to consciously relax all the muscles of the face, neck, and shoulders that we are not using in the exercise. At the beginning, it is possible that this requires a certain effort, not tensing other muscles in order to help us, but we will try to avoid tensions. As the facial muscles are neither big nor powerful, it is fundamental to treat them softly. At the beginning, it is normal that we can't complete some exercises or that we can't find the muscle that we should be exercising. It doesn't matter in that case. We concentrate on trying the movement. In a few sessions, we will be able to move it or tighten it without difficulty. In many exercises, it is necessary to block some muscles with fingers. It is important to take our time in order to correctly place the fingers, given that the correct placement has an important role in the effectiveness of the exercise. We will avoid applying excessive pressure. Soft pressure is sufficient to hold or inhibit a muscle in the exercises that so require it. Preliminary exercises. These are practiced with the objective of increasing the blood contribution to the muscles of the cranium and face, which immediately improves skin tone. They give a pleasant sensation of relaxation at the facial and cranial level. It is recommended to practice them before the yoga facial exercise session in order to improve its effectiveness. After a few seconds of doing the following exercises, we will feel warmth in the ears and reddening due to the rapid blood supply that it produces. We pinch the ears with the index finger and thumb, and we stretch them softly upward, downward, forward, and backward. We repeat this sequence 2 or 3 times. We pinch the upper extremes of the ears with the index fingers and thumbs of both hands, and with a crumbling-like movement, we go down the length of the ears, massaging the edges until we get to the lower lobes. We repeat 2 or 3 times. We place the fingers behind the ears, covering the whole back outline, and we softly pull them as if we wanted to take them toward the cheekbones. We maintain the pull for 7 seconds, and then we slowly let go for another 7 seconds. Relax the muscles and improve the circulation. Placing the middle fingers of both hands at the beginning of the eyebrows in the space between them, we give 10 little strikes on each point until arriving at the end of the eyebrow. Placing the middle fingers of both hands at the sides of the lips, we rise up to the wings of the nose, giving 10 little strikes on each point. With the middle fingers on the chin, we give little strikes going along the whole line of the jaw until reaching the earlobes. We rub the palms of the hands at the height of the sternum until we generate heat, and we place the palms of the hands on the face, softly applying pressure. Then we go back to rubbing the hands, and we place them on the neck and on the whole surface of the cranium and neckline. The following exercises strengthen the orbicular muscles and smooth out wrinkles and expression lines. They have a rejuvenating effect on one's look, given that they also lift up the external ends of the eyebrows. We lift the eyebrows as much as possible and direct the look upward, maintaining this position. We lower the upper eyelid until we feel tension in the eyelid. Count 5 seconds. Lower the eyebrows and relax the eyes. We repeat the exercise 5 times in a row. With the eyes closed, we place the index fingers on the external ends of the eyes and the middle fingers on the internal angles of the eyes on the upper eyelid. We apply pressure with the index and middle fingers of each hand on the angles of the eyes and try to lift the eyebrows. We lift the eyebrows 10 times in a row, holding the last one for 10 seconds. exercises for the lower eyelids. These firm up the lower eyelids and reduce wrinkles, bags, rings, and fatigue marks. All the exercises that work the lower eyelid require the use of the fingers to inhibit or block muscle areas in order to strengthen the effectiveness of the exercise. When we strengthen a muscle on the face, we also do so by isolating it. For that, it is important to avoid furrowing the muscles and to correctly use the fingers. The correct placement of the fingers is as important as the pressure to apply. This must be light pressure, keeping in mind that the force of the muscle on which we are working is not very great. Keeping the eyes open and raising the look toward the crown of the head, we place the index and middle fingers together on the external ends of the eyes and apply light pressure toward the bone, just enough to hold the muscles in a way that they don't contract doing the exercise. We try to lift the lower eyelid. Repeat the exercise of lifting and relaxing 15 times, holding the last one for 15 seconds. Then we can relax. We repeat the previous exercise, but now applying resistance with the other fingers around the lower bone edge. We repeat the exercise of raising the lower eyelids 15 times, and we hold the last one for 15 seconds and then relax. To tone up the horizontal wrinkles from the external ends of the eyes toward the temples, we place the index fingers on the external ends of the eyes, on the corners of the eyes, and covering the upper eyelid. We apply light pressure against the bone, and we open and close the eyes 15 times. We will feel how the muscles pull when closing the eyes, and they lightly displace the fingers toward the center of the face. We hold the eyes open and raise the look toward the crown of the head. We place the index fingers like glasses over the bony edges of the upper eyelids, lightly applying pressure on the eyelid against the bone to block the movement of the upper eyelid. To correctly place the index fingers, it is necessary to orient the thumbs upward. Open and close the eyes 15 times without removing the fingers. Finally, we hold for 15 seconds and then relax. Lymphatic drainage. We place the lower edges of the hands on the eyeballs, lightly applying pressure, and we open the hands in a fan from inside out softly. We repeat a few times. The following exercises work the forehead muscle, which serves to lift the eyebrows, and this is what gives expression to this area of the face. Specific benefits: it smooths out wrinkles, it eliminates tension, it rejuvenates the superciliary area. We cover the forehead, supporting all the fingers on it except the thumbs, which we orient toward the temples. We raise the look as if we wanted to look at the crown of the head. We apply pressure with the fingers toward the bone, and we stretch the frontal muscle downward. Keeping this position, lift the eyebrows and relax. We repeat 10 times. We hold the last one 10 seconds, keeping the tension with the eyebrows upward. The pressure of the fingers must be balanced with the force of the muscle. We place the heels of the hands on the forehead and do ascending movements as if we were ironing the forehead from below upward, reaching all the areas. The movements are always done vertically. We repeat 2 or 3 times. We squeeze the eyebrows with the index finger and thumb, applying pressure and loosening from the space between the eyebrows to the end of the eyebrows. We repeat 2 or 3 times. We place the hands of the forehead, applying pressure with the fingers horizontal and the thumbs on the temples. The pressure is exercised supporting the entire hand, and the little fingers hold the eyebrows on the internal ends. We try to lift the eyebrows 10 times, and we hold the last one for 10 seconds. The exercises for the area between the eyebrows work on the pyramidal muscle, which is a little muscle situated behind the frontal bone. All the exercises to smooth out the skin and eliminate tensions on the forehead and between the eyebrows are complemented with the neck exercises. Specific benefits: they combat and prevent expression wrinkles between the brows. By exercising the muscles between the brows, it increases its volume, which visibly diminishes the depth of the wrinkles in this area. They also relax this area. Shiatsu exercise for the forehead and between the eyebrows. Between the eyebrows and the hairline, on the halfway line of the face, 3 shiatsu points are found. We apply pressure on the 3 points consecutively with the index or ring fingers, beginning with the lower and always seeking the point of maximum tension, holding the pressure for 7 seconds and then relaxing. From the second and third point, 3 horizontal lines come out with 3 points each. Utilizing the index, middle, and ring fingers, we apply pressure on them simultaneously for 7 seconds. We repeat 2 or 3 times. We hold the forehead, placing the index, middle, and ring fingers between the brows, applying light pressure inward and outward. We try to lift the brows, especially by the inner part. We repeat 15 times, and we hold the last one for 15 seconds. The temporal muscles cover the temporal bones, which are found on the side of the skull, to the side of the head, and descend to the jaw. They intervene in chewing, for that when there is an injury or excessive tension on this muscle, it can be bothersome when closing the mouth, or pain can appear in front of the ears and on the temporal mandibular. We place the heels of the hands on the temples, and covering the temporal muscles with the palms of the hands, we apply light pressure and massage very softly in circles 36 times forward and 36 times backward. The following exercises act on the orbicular muscles of the lips, buccinator muscles, and the greater zygomatics. Specific benefits: tightening the cheeks and increasing the muscular volume, lifting the corners of the mouth. They have a rejuvenating effect on the facial profile. With this exercise, we strengthen the muscles. Their good tone avoids folds forming on the cheeks and contributes to carrying a facial expression of satisfaction. We join the wrists and the forearms of both hands, and without releasing them, we put the thumbs in the mouth at the height of the last molars, without rubbing the gums, and applying pressure with the tips of the thumbs toward the outside. We try to close the mouth, making an O with the lips and relaxing. We repeat 15 times and hold the last one for 15 seconds. to relax and tighten the furrows beneath the nose. We place the index and middle fingers to the sides of the nose and apply pressure on each point for 7 seconds, following the path of the bone, reaching the end of the bone. We apply pressure with the index fingers placed on the nasogenial furrow, and we make the gesture trying to bring the meaty part of the lip outside as if we wanted to blow, and we relax without ceasing to apply pressure with the fingers. We repeat the gesture 15 times. We open the mouth as much as possible, making a very oval O, vertically covering the teeth very well with the upper and lower lips. We hold for 30 seconds and relax. As with the previous exercise, but taking the index fingers to the corners of the mouth and applying pressure toward the inside with the fingers, making the gesture of trying to smile. We repeat 30 times. We inflate the cheeks and place the hands, applying pressure on the cheeks with the hands. We hold the tension for around 10 seconds and relax. We repeat 5 times. The strengthening exercise for the lips act on the muscle of the lips, which is a circular muscle that gives shape and volume to the lips. The shape of the mouth depends on this muscle, on the shape of the bones that are found beneath, and on the position of the teeth. Specific benefits: combating and preventing the wrinkles and cracks around the lips, tightening and rejuvenating all the lip area, providing more volume to the upper lip. Exercise 1 for the upper lip. We put the thumbs below the upper lip and apply pressure with the fingers against the lip and the lip against the fingers, which offer resistance. We repeat 15 times, applying pressure and relaxing. The last time we hold it for 15 seconds and relax. We place the hands, applying pressure on the lips, also covering the upper lip and the chin, and trying to kiss our hands. We repeat this 15 times. We place the fingers on the edges of the upper lip, applying pressure lightly toward the inside and upward, as if we wanted to bring the lip out more from the mouth, and we push the lips against the fingers as if we wanted to free ourselves from the fingers. We repeat 15 times. We place the index, heart, and ring fingers on the upper lip. The middle finger stays on Cupid's arc, and the index and ring fingers to the sides. We apply pressure with the lips as if we wanted to free ourselves from the fingers. We repeat 15 times. Specific benefits: tightening and strengthening the chin area. With the mouth closed, we place the palms of the hands on the corners of the mouth. We apply pressure with the hands that also cover the sides of the jaw and the chin. We try to press the lips and relax. Repeat 15 times. The masseters are the strongest and most voluminous muscles of the face. They are the principal chewing muscles. The masseters begin below the cheekbones and reach to the mandibular vertically, connecting the upper jawbone with the mandibular. Specific benefits: tightening and lifting the cheeks. They provide volume in the location of the masseters, combating neuromuscular tension on the temporomandibular joint. We place the palms of the hands on the masseters softly. Apply pressure to easily locate these muscles. We only have to squeeze the molars. Holding the pressure on the masseters and taking them lightly outward, we move the lower maxilla and return to the initial position. The index and middle finger hold the joint of the mandibula, applying some resistance to the movement. We repeat 20 times. This exercise strengthens the area under the chin and neck muscles, tone and shape the high part of the masseters, the area underneath the cheekbones, and the lower area of the face. They strengthen the muscles at the bottom of the mouth, which are what keep this area beneath the chin in place. We place the fist beneath the chin and forcefully push the tongue against the palate. We repeat 20 times and hold the last one for 10 seconds. We place the fists of both hands under the chin and try to open the mouth while the fists offer resistance. We repeat 20 times and hold the last one for 10 seconds. Benefits: strengthening all of the musculature of the neck, tightening the skin, and combating muscular tension. We interlace the fingers on the back of the neck and apply pressure with the arms forward, offering resistance with the head, holding the position for 7 seconds and relaxing. We repeat 3 or 4 times. With this exercise, we tone and relax the posterior muscles of the neck, whose action is to lift the neck backward. We interlace the hands above the back of the neck, placing them on the occipital bone, and we incline the head forward and try to lift the head. The hands offer resistance, impeding the head from lifting. We hold the tension for 7 seconds, and we slowly relax. Bringing the chin towards the chest, we hold this for some 10 to 14 seconds, avoiding rebounds. The adequate tension while stretching must reach to the upper part of the back, feeling the stretch but without forcing it. We repeat 2 or 3 times. We place the hand on the collarbone, holding the muscles that are found above it. We lift the chin to stretch the anterior muscles of the neck, then move the mandible forward slowly and return slowly to the initial position. We repeat 12 times. We take one hand toward the mandible, covering the head with the arm, and we softly stretch the side muscles of the neck. We accompany this with deep breaths, intensifying the stretch lightly at the end of each expulsion of air. We repeat this stretch 2 or 3 times to each side. The yoga facial consists fundamentally of exercises that alter the tone and relaxation of the facial muscles. As a result, we obtain better muscular tone, better circulation, and more serene and relaxed features. By strengthening the muscles, we tighten up the features, lessening the creases and wrinkles. And by improving the blood circulation, we feed and oxygenate the tissues at the deepest layers, which visibly improves the quality and tone of the skin.